Meeting in Accra, President Ibrahim Traoré was handed a classified letter signed by 5 African generals. It ordered him to stand down, rejoin French security cooperation, and cease destabilizing the region. Everyone expected him to fold. Instead, he asked one question that left the room frozen. Who do you really serve? What happened next shattered the entire chain of command and left one general in handcuffs. But here's the question that still haunts Africa. Can a young leader survive when truth becomes more dangerous than war? The air in the Accra conference room was thick with quiet hostility. Suits and stars lined the mahogany table. Generals from Nigeria, Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, and Senegal sat shoulder to shoulder, flanked by diplomats and aides scribbling notes. President Ibrahim Traoré entered without an entourage. No translator, no advisor. Just the desert-colored uniform he always wore, sleeves rolled up, collar unbuttoned. General Christopher Musa, Nigeria's chief of defense staff, cleared his throat and stood. Mr. President, he began, deliberately avoiding the word comrade, we have agreed upon a declaration for regional stabilization and mutual security enforcement. A junior officer passed the paper across the table. Traoré didn't reach for it. You're requested to cease all independent anti-terror operations, Musa continued, and to re-establish cooperation with allied intelligence units, namely, French and ECOWAS support teams. The room went silent. Someone clicked a pen. Someone else coughed. Traoré looked up slowly, eyes unreadable. Requested? He asked. His voice didn't rise. It never needed to. Musa stiffened. Failure to comply could trigger coordinated sanctions. You risk alienating your neighbors, your people. Traoré leaned back. My people are not your bargaining chip. Across the room, General Cheikh Sarr of Senegal muttered something under his breath in French. Traoré heard it. He stood. I won't be dictated to by men who never set foot in Djibo, who never stood beside our soldiers when the bullets didn't stop at 5 o'clock. He turned and walked out without the letter. Outside, a young journalist whispered to her cameraman, did he just walk away from all of ECOWAS? No one could answer her, but inside that room, the chain of command didn't just tremble, it cracked, and none of the generals saw what was already set in motion. 2 nights before the Accra summit, Ibrahim Traoré sat alone on the rooftop of Kosiam Palace, watching the city lights flicker through the Saharan dust. A rusted military jeep had rolled up quietly, headlights off. The man who stepped out wasn't listed on any delegation manifest. Lieutenant Yao from Côte d'Ivoire, once embedded with the ECOWAS Joint Command, now defected and trembling. Yao didn't speak at first. He simply handed over a sealed envelope, his hands slick with sweat. They think you're a child with a flag, he whispered, but you need to see what they've planned. Inside the envelope was a copy of the same letter General Musa would try to hand him days later, word for word. But attached was something more damning, a dossier detailing a covert operation titled Sand Return. Its objective was clear, to reinstall French-backed special units in the northern corridor of Burkina Faso under the guise of regional assistance. Traoré didn't react. He simply folded the letter, slipped it into his pocket, and dismissed the lieutenant with only one sentence. Don't go home. By the time he landed in Accra, every handshake felt colder, every smile a performance. He watched the generals talk about protocol, regional unity, shared intelligence, as if the betrayal hadn't already begun. When General Musa presented the letter in that meeting, Traoré already knew every line, knew which general signed it first, knew who suggested the language. In a sealed